Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Pretty exciting news for cryptocurrency this week because it's coming out of Washington this morning, June 7, introduced by Senator Gillibrand from New York and Senator Lummis from Wyoming, this landmark Digital Assets Act. But most of us know it as a crypto bill, which is more for homies, more for the crypto community. So there's a lot of things going on, and my purpose of my objective is that by the end of this video you have more clarity as far as what is being said here, because that is exactly what they're trying to introduce to the entire cryptocurrency industry: clarity, regulation, protection for the consumers, developers, institutions, exchanges, and more. So it's not really bad. I'm already looking at the comments on Twitter and so on. It does seem that it's getting favorable approach. That's what we like. So if you like this, go ahead and smash the like button. Everybody, consider subscribing to the channel, and welcome back. Really excited. My name is Oscar. Happy to see you again. It all starts here from Senator Cynthia Lummis from Wyoming. This is where she said about an hour, 2 hours ago. Right here, you click on this link, and this is what you're going to see, which is the Lummis-Gillibrand introduced landmark, right? Super political correct legislation to create a regulatory framework for digital assets, most known as a crypto bill 2022. Now, I'm not going to go over all of this, but I highlighted a couple of parts that I liked. So take a look at this. This is a landmark bipartisan, which means the two parties, legislation that will create a complete regulatory framework for digital assets that encourages responsible financial innovation, flexibility, transparency, and a robust consumer protections while integrating digital assets into existing law. I mean, innovation and transformation and transparency are paramount, right? But what I really like is robust consumer protection, because the crypto bill, a couple of the things that are part of this one, I like how they mention about the Terra Luna problem and how they're specifically tackling that stablecoins. I'm going to tell you in just a second that one. So that's one thing that I really like. All right. To date, Lummis-Gillibrand bill is the most substantial and comprehensive bipartisan effort to provide certainly clarity and grow into this industry and blockchain for cryptocurrencies. Not bad at all. But of course, we have our friends at CoinDesk to help us out with the digestion of the entire for all of this news and knowledge, right? So these two senators introduced this crypto bill outlining sweeping plans and future rules. So release the long-awaited strategy. That's something that, they've been saying for a while. Now, this bill will liberate small-scale purchases of goods and services from the mire of tax implications. And, when it comes to crypto and tax, it's heavily important. I did mine this year, early in 2022, and oh baby, couple of losses, couple of wins, you win and you lose. That's what it is. But you do have to pay your taxes, classic, right? By making it all tax-free on transactions less than $200. Not bad. So of course, definitely people who are just kind of like playing around with crypto, not buying too much, right? Definitely will help. This will help them a lot. But for us, the crypto investors that are long-term, way past $200, may not even pay attention to this. Potentially current pad for cryptocurrency that acts more like a currency. Not bad. Really good. When it comes to all of these different news. These are the main features of what the Gillibrand described as a landmark bill that will provide clarity to both industry and regulators, while also maintaining the flexibility to account for the ongoing evolution of the digital assets market. So let's see what it says. Number one, it will define the terrain between crypto securities and commodities, allowing the token issuers to know beforehand what they're launching based on the purpose of an asset and the rights of powers to convey to the consumer. So the market and vision, it's built dominated by commodities, including most of these big names in crypto, such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and dozens of other tokens. So I like it in a way to define what is in the world is going to be a crypto and a commodity, because definitely we have this issue, of course, with XRP. That's pretty much how they got into this lawsuit with the SEC. So XRP and other different issues with other different cryptocurrencies do help them to finally take a look at cryptocurrencies and say, hey, there's much needed regulation here. Let's go ahead and tackle them. So that's number one. It's pretty cool. Number two says the lawmakers will give the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, the CFTC, authority over the spot marketing in crypto community. So take a look at this. As a sub agency by Chief Rustin Behan that will carve out a key new power for the federal watchdog that doesn't have much reach into cash market. So it does look like we're going to be having this agency, this commission agency, as authority over the spot trading, which is very important. It'll also give much needed legal clarity on how to handle customer holdings after the recent furor over customers' tokens getting robbed in different exchanges and in the event of, going bankrupt. I think this is very important, specifically because I've seen it over and over again, how all of a sudden you have cryptocurrency inside an exchange. That exchange goes bankrupt, that exchange does some shady business, and everything that you have there is gone because that's, the clauses that you're signing once you have a new account. I mean, remember, that is why a lot of people left Robinhood, right? Because the Robinhood money, that was Robinhood. Your crypto was Robinhood. It wasn't yours because you didn't have the keys to that. That's insane. That's why people left Robinhood a lot in 2020 and early 2021. Insane, right? The Lummis-Gillibrand effort also adopts a language from bill last year, right? So it says from last year, Rep. Patrick Henry, an offer sought to clarify the meaning of a crypto broker, especially hoping to protect wallet providers, software developers, and others from being snagged by certain tax reporting requirements. Not good. I mean, that's pretty cool. Like it. More clarity, more meaning, more knowledge, and just making sure that people do know what's going on. I like it. The bill doesn't automatically set up a self-regulatory organization or a SRO that many in the industry have lobbied for, classic, but it calls for a study from the SEC and the CFTC and proposal for starting one. So more knowledge, as Biden ordered in an executive order a couple months ago. Hey, let everybody study what in the world is going on with crypto. Very much the same thing here. The senators also suggested an industry sandbox, and this is one that I really like a lot because take a look at this, in which regulators let crypto firms test new products before you go and adopt it, and you pretty much go to market with limited scale and duration. I'm totally for it. I really like this one. What do you guys think? The sandbox. Really like this one. And now here it is for the Terra Luna info. In light of the recent dramatic collapse of Terra UST, the stablecoin, one closely examined aspect of the bill will be to move toward 100% reserve asset type and detailed disclosure requirements for all payment stablecoin users. So basically tell us what in the world you're using to back your stablecoin and at 100% reserve. Not bad. I mean, definitely it's going to be shaking current providers and current stablecoins that are not 100% reserve. We'll see how things are going to move up. This definitely, in my opinion, will bring a lot of clarity and knowledge and transparency because current providers or projects that are not offering this will be at a disadvantage, but finally the consumer will be put first, in my opinion, right? The bill also requires certain disclosures to the SEC from companies raising funds through digital assets. So the approach will ensure that the market participants and other security regulatory community receive detailed and accurate disclosures about those digital assets. Not bad. So with all of that being said, everybody, this is what this upcoming bill could look like, potentially changing the landscape of cryptocurrency, right? I mean, when we take a look at this, Dennis Potter says, thank you to all the two senators that are taking on this. Thank you for your leadership. And Bitcoin Magazine also reporting, and this is pretty much what it's looking like for this bill that is, being introduced. And there's a lot of pages here. This is exactly what Congress is great at. Looking at the market right now, of course, we did have a dip, classic on Bitcoin. We came up, bull trap. It is what happens in cryptocurrency. But I think so far, if this actually happens, right, it has to go to Congress and get approved and get signed and get passed. We'll see. But I think at the end of the day, this is a type of clarity and regulation that is much needed and eventually will come. And if you always want to say something, call your senator. I'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Peace.